Canberra. Treasurer, appreciate your time. How will these reforms work in practice?
Well, Kochie, we know small businesses doing it really tough through the COVID crisis, and because of the health restrictions, many have had to close their doors, but they're still very much viable businesses. And as the liabilities have racked up, we want to prevent them going through a formal liquidation process and ultimately being wound up. So what we want to do is give these businesses more control to be able to repay their debts, restructure their business. So how it will work in practice is that if a business has liabilities of less than $1 million, then it will work with a small business insolvency practitioner to come up with a plan. Then it will put that plan to the creditors. Creditors will have 15 business days to vote on it. And when creditors vote 50+1 in favour of that restructuring plan, the business, their owners, their management can continue to stay in control rather than handing over the keys and to trade out of the crisis. And this is going to really improve their chances of getting through, but also it will improve the and strengthen the dynamism across the Australian economy.
So this is similar to America's Chapter 11 bankruptcy protections. Basically, it says we will protect you as a small business owner rather than, and you trade your way out of it with the cooperation of your creditors rather than you bring in a bunch of accountants who say, get out of the business, we'll look out after it from here. Well,
60% of the businesses that go into the insolvency process don't come out the other side.
Terrible.
And we know that so many more businesses will be going through this process as a result of COVID-19. So we've taken the best features out of the United States Chapter 11 system. We've taken into account the recommendations and suggestions of the Productivity Commission, as well as the small business sector. And we believe we've got the balance right here. We think it's going to be a really important reform. And bearing in mind that 76% of businesses that are going through the insolvency process have liabilities of less than $1 million, and 98% of those have less than 20 employees. So overwhelmingly, it's small and medium-sized businesses that will be helped by this reform.
Are there any strings attached in, for example, insisting a business has got to retain staff as a result of this?
Well, the business obviously needs to meet its employees' entitlements, but the key focus here is it comes up with a plan, working with a professional, and then it puts that vote to the creditors, and it can still work its way through while staying in control. The key change here is the fees of the liquidators, the fees of the insolvency practitioners, the fees of the lawyers and the accountants are not going to eat away at the assets of that business. Rather, the business can stay in control and can come out the other side.
Yep, a lot of small business owners are going to be happy about that. Look, while we've got you, from tomorrow, job seeker payments will effectively be reduced by $300. The ripple effect on the economy, will that hurt the economy because there's going to be less money for people to spend?
Well, as you know, we put in place a $550 coronavirus supplement, and that is now coming down to $250. So we've actually continued to provide more money into the economy than pre-COVID. But ultimately what we want to do is get those people who are currently on job seeker into a job. And what you'll see in the budget in just 2 weeks' time is the next stage of that job maker plan designed to help those people get into a job. So there'll be no shortage of initiatives in the budget to help people to get off the job seeker payment and into a job.
Okay, so the budget in 2 weeks, 6th of October, we've had JobKeeper, Job Seeker, now it's all about Job Maker, and it's going to be schemes, incentives for employers to hire more people?
Well, again, you'll have to switch on October the 6th, and no doubt we'll be talking that next morning, Kochie, as we normally do. But we're leaving no stone unturned in getting people back to work, and we did see in the most recent employment numbers some encouraging developments, particularly 111,000 people coming back to work in the last 3 months, 458,000 jobs being created, 60% of them went to women, 40% went to young people. Outside of Victoria, restrictions are being eased and people are getting back to work, and that is a very good development.
Yep, big couple of weeks ahead. Treasurer, appreciate your time. Thank you.
Good to be with you, Kochie.